Hello guys, check this out. Pay attention to my grenade regeneration, how fast the enemies die, how fast we clear lots of enemies, how many overshields we get, how many void souls we'll get, how many abilities basically we get, and how destructive this build is. Normally I don't start my videos like this, but I just couldn't help it. This is so strong, especially with the new auto rifle Raw Zarago. I'm using Repulsor's Brace and Golden Tricorn is my favorite build. I know you guys love Onslaught a lot. I just like Golden Tricorn and Repulsor's Brace. So see, I throw a lot of grenades. They give me volatile rounds, lots of orbs and void breaches, so my devour is always up, and it's just so easy to use, so damn easy, guys. Enemies don't stand a chance. You have loads of survivability. I have lots of grenades, very strong grenades. Scatter grenades are amazing. I'm using volatile rounds in this version of the build. I'll show you two versions, one for higher tier content in different weapons other than void, and I just had to show this, guys. It's amazing how many grenades, how many abilities you have at all times, and there's no crazy checklist that you have to do to proc this. Just play, just normal gameplay, very easy. Guys, I was editing the video and I was getting excited on how strong it is. It's so strong, and this build was meant for new players. You know, a lot of new players ask me, what should I use on my Void Warlock? I like Void, I would like to have a nice build. And normally I play with controverse and Briarbines. I never play with Nothing Manacles, and I always recommend Nothing Manacles because I know how easy it is to get into, because there's no gameplay loop, there's no play style needed. You want to stay behind? Yeah, just stay in the back and shoot all of them. You want to rush in? Yeah, you can do that. But it's so strong, it's so underrated. A lot of people just write this off as a it's okay, but not that strong. It is that strong, guys. I love it. It has the best of both worlds. So with Controverse Sold, you get this crazy grenades. It's like mini Nova bombs, very strong. But you don't get the Void Soul. With Briarbines, you get this crazy strong Void Souls that you can pick, but you need to play in a certain style if you want to make most use of the exotic. You know, you have to pick them up, go in, go close to the enemies. Nothing Manacles has the best of both worlds. You have a strong grenade, you have the Void Soul, and as you could see, you can get volatile rounds, so you can play around your weapons more. So yeah, this is amazing. But you guys want to check the build, so the video, I don't want to make it very long because I know people won't watch it. So here it goes, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Super wise, use the one you enjoy the most. We're gonna use Healing Rift. I enjoy Strafe Glide. Your melee, you can choose it, and we need to choose Scatter Grenade as our grenade of choice because of our exotic. On our aspects, we're going with Feed the Void. When we get ability kill, we get Devour. We proc Devour. Devour will give us health when we kill an enemy, and grenade energy. And the second aspect, we're going to use Child of the Old Gods. So when you use your Rift, you're going to get your child. When you throw your child, basically your Void Soul, and when you throw your Void Soul by shooting enemies, it will go into that area, and while damaging enemies, it will weaken them. It's a 15% debuff, and it will drain the enemies and give you grenade back and melee back. Our first fragment is Echo of Instability. If you are using void weapons, Echo of Instability will give you volatile rounds when you kill enemies with grenades. Now, if you are doing content and you're not using void weapons, you can swap this to Echo of Persistence. So if you're going into a GM and you're going to use Polaris Lance or something else, or Malfeasance, Sunshot, whatever, you can go Echo of Persistence, and Echo of Persistence will give you a longer timer on your Devour. Okay, so this is the version where void weapons, or if you want longer time on Devour and you don't want to use void weapons, you change to Persistence. Our second fragment is Echo of Undermining. Your void grenades weaken targets. It's a 15% debuff. And our third fragment is Echo of Harvest. When we defeat a weakened target, it creates an Orb of Power and a Void Breach. And to tie everything together, our last fragment is Echo of Starvation. When we pick a Void Breach or an Orb of Power that we create when we kill weakened targets, we get Devour. So now we have Devour when we kill with our abilities and when we pick up Orbs of Power or Void Breaches that we create while killing weakened targets, and almost all the enemies will be weakened with this build. So we have Infinite Devour. It's very, very strong. Survivability wise, it's amazing. Artifact wise, you have two. Wished into being in from whence you came. It's a solar season, so those two will help the build, but you don't need to worry about the artifact. So let's finish the build with our mods. On our helmet, I went with Ashes to Ashes to get my super back faster when I kill with a grenade, in 2 Harmonic Siphons. 2 Harmonic Siphons if you're using a void weapon. If you are not using a void weapon, choose a siphon of your choice. In our gloves, if you're using the void weapon, go with Harmonic Loader. If not, use 2 Bolstering Detonation. And the last one is Grenade Kickstart. With Grenade Kickstart, when you are charged with light, when you throw your grenade, you'll get energy back depending on how many charges you have. With this build, you'll have lots of them. Now, the problem with Grenade Kickstart is, if you're in a raid and if you want to use surges in your boost to damage the raid boss, be mindful that when you throw your grenade with Grenade Kickstart, your surges are going away. So remove Grenade Kickstart if you're DPSing a damage boss while using surges. That's all. For general gameplay, don't need to worry about it, just use Grenade Kickstart. On our chest, it's always the same for me, 1 resistance each. 1 void, 1 solar, 1 arc. You can't do damage if you're dead, so this will help your survivability a lot. On our boots, I went with stacks on stacks, so when you get an Orb of Power, it will give you 2 stacks, so it will help with Grenade Kickstart, 1 Innervation and 1 Insulation. So when you get that orb, you get your class ability back faster and your grenade faster. You don't need recuperation in this build because you already have Devour. When you get that Orb of Power, you get Devour, you get your health back. And then our class item, I always go with Proximity Ward. I love this. This saved me so many times in Grandmaster Nightfalls. So when you're doing a finisher, you get this powerful overshield. I went with Bomber. When you use your class ability, it gives you grenade back, and Reaper. So you're gonna use your class ability to get your Void Soul. So you're gonna throw your Void Soul, you're gonna weaken them, you kill an enemy, and if you kill them within 10 seconds of using your class ability, they will generate an Orb of Power, so more orbs. And that's it, guys. That's the build. I try to be as fast as I can. I think the build should be explain. I know a lot of people do not watch like more than 2 or 3 minutes, especially the explanations part, but well, it is what it is. Guys, hope you enjoy it. Please, if you made it this far, say something nice in the comments. A subscription would be greatly appreciated. Recently, we got 500 subscriptions, so I'm in the process of having like these cool images that members will be able to use if you choose so. But guys, my goal will be 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you can, help me achieve that goal. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. See ya.